Yeah. For me, the way I pursue art, I guess the music that I share is like a crossroads of, in a particular random moment of the day, like I might just get a melody or start singing something. And so I'll like try to capture that on my phone, just like 30 seconds or 2 minutes if I've got my guitar to try to flesh out an idea. It's where those ideas intersect with the emotion and the process of what I'm going through in my life and the way that I process that. It's like a journal entry where I'm like bringing the Lord into that and asking Him to process with me. As a person, I don't like to say the same things twice, and I don't know if it's like a particular Myers-Briggs. I like to constantly be thinking of how to say something in a new way, and I like that about the word poet, is it's a maker. So the idea of coming up with something new is appealing to me. So it's not so much that I'm trying not to be something else or that I'm trying to make my music a certain brand of like Christian music, but it's just kind of like a natural outflowing of my life and the instruments I have. I didn't know anything different. I was scared of the idea of a studio because I didn't feel like I was good enough to like be in that kind of an environment. At the end of every album, the last song that I did is usually technically the best one that I've done because I've learned things along the way, both about the software that I'm using and the microphone that I'm using, and it makes more sense even just from a time and financial perspective for me to do that at home and learn how to do the audio like engineering and stuff myself. And this time my wife was able to help me with even the technician side of hitting the record button, and because I used to just kind of race back and forth when I was doing vocal takes or something, and I mess up a guitar part, 30 seconds in, so I like go back with my guitar in hand and hit, do that whole thing. It's an experiment in motion. Our kids are along with us. My son loves seeing new things. We took him to Turkey when he was 15 months, and he was all about going. He's like the explorer. And my daughter is learning the art of traveling and meeting new people, and she's getting into it. She's been able to play with new friends and that we're going to see again. And our friend was gracious enough to come along, who's also a musician. Her name is Kavina Found. You should look her up. On nights when we're not at the same place where we're going to play, she'll help them go to bed and have a fun time playing Baby Gandalf or something crazy. So. For this album in particular, as I did the demo work, I was feeling like there was something a little introverted and more hushed about it, but that I wasn't able to get across with just what I had. So I really wanted to meet some string players, and I, through a mutual friend, met Amber Matfield and Jeremy Sheets, and then through a conference and some friends met Cameron Shank, who all recorded strings on the album. For me, I'm always looking at what is going to serve the song or songs, and how do they tell a full sonic palette story from beginning to end. I love albums personally, and I also sometimes love singles, but I can't write a catchy chorus. So I don't know if I can release a single, but I do love albums that you can listen to from the start to the end that tell this full story. I feel super honored. I've actually followed Josh's music for a number of years. My wife Lane gave my roommate a burned copy of one of his albums, Under Quiet. But then I started following his music, being interested in it from just the perspective that he's an independent artist who is recording at home and doing a lot of those similar things, but doing it at a really excellent level. And getting to tour with him has felt like a real honor and a privilege, and I've come to be friends with him and the guys in the band. He looks at touring not like most people do. He calls it like Papa style touring, of just going out and you do 3 or 4 shows over the course of mostly a weekend, and then he'll just do 1, maybe 2 of those a month. So yeah, I feel like I'm learning too, on the road with him.
Yeah, dance on the yourself for your